So it's December, and we're thinking about Christmas. So inquiring minds want to know two basic groups: the White Christmas group and the Melikaliki group. So we're going to take a survey. How many of you are more the White Christmas type? How many of you want the palm trees and the sunshine? Melikaliki?
Can I raise my hand as well?
Both? Schizophrenic. I like that. That's me too. Well, we're going to have a great day, aren't we? All right. Father, thank you for the day you've given us. Thank you for allowing us the freedom to enjoy the moment when we choose to trust you. And now, Lord, as we come together to kind of get things squared away so we know what's happening and what things are going on, we simply ask that you would be here with us, enjoy our fellowship as we enjoy each other's. And all of this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is such a busy time of year, so I'm glad you guys can make it to this meeting. And I hope you can make it to all the fun things that we have planned for you for the rest of this month and going into January. So everyone should have got this like a couple weeks ago. You remember this? So these are all the parties we're having this month, which is going to be happening in the next couple weeks. And one of them is going to happen Friday. So please come to the Christmas party this Friday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So refer to your sheet, but I have a special presentation that's just going to be revolving the whole evening. So you're not required to sit there and watch the whole thing because it's going to be going the whole evening. And then around the room I'll have some special little things. And we'll just come together and just share some Christmas traditions and memories and have some good treats and some hot cocoa. So come and join us for that because it's going to be fun. And you might have a special visitor come and we'll pass out some goodies. And then, let's see, next Friday, the 21st, we have trivia, but we only have 2 people signed up. Well, I know there's more people that like to do trivia, but I understand that people might be going on vacation and having family over. But we need about 4 more people to make it really happen. So if you want to sign up, please do so when you leave here today. The sign-up sheet's outside. Or you can call me from the convenience of your chair at home, or you can sign up on Odyssey. So come to that. And then the next thing on our little party sheet is Friday, December 28th, Rachel Christopherson is going to come again and sing for us. And if you missed her last time, please don't miss her this time because she's really great. She's a lot of fun. And we're going to have a little raffle and some goodies. And then actually on New Year's Eve, we're going to have our 3rd party. And that's going to be a lot of fun because I want it to feel like a neighborhood party. And I want all of you to come and bring your leftover goodies from Christmas that you want to get rid of. Because we'll eat them, trust me. And we're just going to have a lot of fun and socialize and just kind of make it a good time together. So please come to that. And we will watch the ball drop in the central blend. That will be, well, the ball will drop at 9 o'clock, but we'll go out about 10 minutes prior if you like, and we'll have it on so we can all bring in the New Year together. So, New York time. Because I can't skip midnight. Okay, and the last thing is in January, I have a couple things coming up that I want to share with you, and then a lot more to come. I just don't have it all finalized. So, January 3rd, it's a Thursday, I have a van. I'll be driving the van, and I'll take you guys to see Mary Poppins Returns at the Dallas Theater right here in town. So I have room for, I think, 6 people, but if we have more than 6 people sign up, I will just take people, drop them off, and come back and get another group. Okay? So, and I heard that the Mary Poppins Return movie has some original characters, special featured in the movie. Wow, I think I've watched the trailer, so if you can watch it on your computer, you might really enjoy the little twist that they're doing on it. And then Friday, January 4th, is a travel presentation by one of our residents' daughters and her husband. They travel, if you haven't been to any of these presentations that we've done throughout the year, it's really interesting. So what they do is they come and they share their stories of their travel and they share photos, and it's really entertaining. So this one is on Camino de Santiago, and apparently it's a very popular tradition, and it's like a 500-mile walk. So let's see if they made the whole 500 miles. And that's what I have so far. Okay? So see you guys Friday, right?
Hello, everyone. I'm Sue Lamb from the Foundation office, and I just have some very exciting news. You guys have been very, very gracious with your Celebrate Our Greatness end-of-year gifts for our employees. I'm so super excited about what you guys have done. It's just been amazing. So we're super close to the goal that we want to set. But one of the things that's been kind of floating around, and I want to make sure that I clarify for you, it's only line staff, only hourly employees who will be receiving this bonus. As I mentioned before, it's really important for you guys to realize that those are people that are working hour to hour and only paid by the hour. And so these gifts that you're giving through the Celebrate Our Greatness will go to that group of people. So right now we have 202 full-time employees, 49 half-time employees. And we have a few people who do what they call on-call, and they've had to have served at least 4 shifts in the last 90 days to qualify. So we're really super excited. It's been so much fun putting this all together. So next Thursday, on the 20th, please come here to the Cascade Commons where you can personally thank staff. And these envelopes with your hard-earned money will be going out at that time. We've arranged it where the managers or directors for the employees will actually have those envelopes. And so it's going to be a lot more personal than it was last year. So please, please come on the 20th at 1 o'clock, starting right here at the Cascade Commons, so that you can personally thank the staff. We really appreciate that. The other thing that would be kind of important is wear your name tag when you come next week. Just for ease, we're going to have a lot of our staff here. They've been told it's mandatory to come. So you're going to get a full contingency of staff here. It'd be fun to have a full contingency of residents here as well. So wear your name tag. The last thing is we've been trying to put together, we have a small team of us that put together a little thank you note that's going in these envelopes. But what I thought would be kind of fun, and Francie in the back has some thank you cards. If you want to grab one of those and write a little special note, we intend to decorate with some of those notes next week. Kind of envisioning the, like the chains that we used to do when we were younger, and maybe have those thank you notes hanging off of them. So Francie's got them. I could pass them out now if you want, or you can grab them on your way out. I guess we're going to pass them out now. So please take a minute and just, whatever comes to your heart, put it down on paper, and we're going to share that with staff. And we're going to have fun ways of sharing that throughout probably the year so they can be reminded how much they're appreciated by you. So that's all I have. We'll see you guys next week on Thursday, right? 1 o'clock right here. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about meal credits in dining rooms. I'd like to dispel a commonly held belief that meal credits, whether they be $250 or $500, whichever plan that you're on, some folks believe that there's that pool of money that's sitting off there waiting to be used by you in the dining room or the coffee bar venue. And that is simply not the case. It's not a separate fund or pool of money. That simply represents, that 250 or whatever dollar amount, simply represents a meal credit that you use in one of our venues before you would be billed, before your account would be billed anything additional for meal program. It's come up recently. We've had questions such as, can I use the rest of my meal credit in order to donate to the charity campaign or for the employee gratuities program for the Celebrate Our Greatness that Sue was just talking about. So the meal credit isn't actually dollars that's sitting in a separate account, or it's not even something that appears on my budget as I have all of this dollar value in this account waiting to be spent, and if it's not spent, then it's still sitting there in reserve. So that is not the case. Okay? Can I answer any questions about that? All right, thank you. Is Larry here? Oh, there you are.
So many Christmas jokes. Thanks. I'm working on it. Maybe I should. This is going to be so dumb. What does Santa say when he's walking backwards? Oh, oh, oh! I'm going to bring a little more game, I think, after the first of the year. So we're going to talk a little bit about the remodel in the village apartments and how things are going. You'll see multiple presenters, so I think Linda's got a few words as well. Dave may additionally. So most everyone knows it's two pieces we were trying to complete with this phase one of the VA. The dish room is one of them. We're happy to say that's right on schedule. It should be wrapping up by the end of the week here. We're waiting on the door. When the door gets here, then it's officially complete. So that's looking really good. Very happy with how that came out. We really look forward to how the kitchen remodel will go as well, because it is like a night and day difference in that dish room. So I think we're going to have some pretty happy food services staff working out of that area. The second part was the corridor work. Again, looks like it's pretty much on schedule. We did have a little shortage on our flooring, but we're just a few day turnaround to get more of it in. So if you've seen some of the areas that are not getting completed right on schedule with the other stuff and so on, it's because we still have more flooring coming. So, but again, we were pretty confident we're going to land right where our date was that we said we would. So paint is up, art is coming. We have benches that will be going in soon. I think somebody finished assembling all those last night, so we're ready to start distributing them. Those will be in the corridors. Lighting is the other component we're still waiting on too. Again, we're expecting that anytime this week. So when those samples get here, we'll take a look at them again and see if this is the choice we want to go with. We may also look at adding some additional lighting in certain spots, especially intersections. Some of the light design of the original building where those are at, you probably notice it's not always consistent through the hallway. If what we bring in, the new fixtures, doesn't cure that, then we're going to look at adding a few more fixtures. So, and I think that's really about it. Dave, anything else on it? I think I covered it all. So the second phase of the VA remodel, cannot give a specific date yet. It would be wrong to mention anything at this point. We have a little bit of redesign component of the dining area that is going to go back to the architects. So there's a few more decisions being made about that. Once that goes back to them, we'll be waiting on their final design. When that gets approved, then we'll move on with our permitting and we'll get a date out to you when that's going to occur. That's all I have. The restroom, thank you. Other project that we have going on is the restroom on the third floor over here in the residence building. We are just starting the permit process for that as well. It's about a month long, especially with all the building that's going on in Dallas right now. It's about how long it takes to get permitting to go through. So I expect to take that stuff in next week, and we'll probably be about 4 weeks away from getting our permitting, and then we'll figure out a start date. So, okay?
And then just to add, in terms of the dining portion of it, we're working with a small group of residents who've been involved in helping pick out chairs, for instance, for the dining room to make sure that they are suitable, comfortable, safe. We're pretty much through that process with the tables and chairs, and we're moving on to other facets of the dining room. And I think that's about it. That our new dish room floor, it's often said that you could eat off that floor. You know, you could eat off somebody's floor. In our new dish room, it's actually true. It's beautiful. So we thank you, those of you who eat in that dining room regularly, for the you know, things that you've had to put up with over the last week. How long has it been? 6, 7 weeks. Eating off cafeteria trays, although I hear that for some folks, they enjoy that and they're asking if we're going to continue with that. We've learned that a salad bar is very popular, so we always learn some good things when we go through some of the pain of remodels. So hopefully, in the end, once we're all done with this, you'll forget all the bad stuff and just remember the good. Thank you.
I like the kind of the separation there. I don't know about you, but at home, when we have ice cream and cake, my wife takes it immediately and stirs it all up and mixes it all together, and I keep them all separate. So for the, you know, for the trays, it's been wonderful because it's, you know, foods aren't touching. So for some of us, that's really good. We're excited to see they did a great job, and yeah, it's a lot nicer surface to work on. No excuses for any dirty dishes, because now we're going to see what they look like. So it's wonderful, and we're looking forward to that coming back on. So I wanted to talk with you just briefly about our lodge and our plans to do a second edition. We talked about this, I think, from the very beginning, that this was always going to be a kind of a 2-phase process. We just didn't know, you know, when the second phase would happen. But we're really pleased that not only has the lodge and the residences been very popular, we have waiting lists in each of the areas, and so there's been a lot of interest in people asking, actually from the very beginning, when we were going to start the next phase. So we are just starting to do that. We've been meeting with the architects. We are also, I know Tanya has had several meetings with many of you, and that's one of the things that we want to do. Of course, I think we all have, you know, the nice thing about second phase is you've got your list of things. So we have long lists of things that we really like, things that we don't like as much, and so, you know, wherever possible that we can, you know, make some adjustments and changes to that thing. I think we'll have a wonderful new building, and we're excited to get into that. So along with those residences, there would also be additional common spaces for all of you to enjoy. So we're not 100% sure what's going to go all in there, but what has been talked about, I think, up until this point, is some type of a pool or some type of a water feature, whether it's, you know, a pool, a hot tub combination for that. Also, we talked about a full gym. So I know for some of you, many of you use the gym we have now, and we understand that's kind of a smaller space and temporary. The goal is to have a full gym with lots of weights and also some free weights, and along with that, another area where some of the exercise classes can take place, and they can kind of have a dedicated area for that as well. So another area we have looked at and talked about is relocating our current beauty shop and creating kind of more of a spa destination. So that would include, hair cutting stations, might include nails, kind of a nails station, I guess, for the ladies. I think I had that done before. I hear it's pretty good. So we'll have one of those available. Also, just some other possible, maybe a kind of a private room, or maybe if someone comes in and wants to do a massage or other types of things, we're kind of thinking outside the box, trying to look at kind of what are some different features that all of you would enjoy. So that's another area that we are looking at. I know that there's some things we're wanting to also adjust, and that is the dining services is looking for a little bit more storage space, freezer space, because that's an important, we kind of don't have that enough. So I think we're looking at trying to expand that and make that a little bit more serviceable for them. So they do a wonderful job, don't they? The dining room, I mean, they do such a good job, and I think that we want to make sure we give them the facilities so that they can really be top notch on that. So we're going to be, again, talking with many of you, especially some of the residents that have the current apartments and kind of what you like in some of those areas, and so that's going to be happening. The time frame on this, I think I had sent out the note on that, and you know how putting dates on this is a very dangerous thing to do. But it's something that we are going to be going forward with. We expect to be going to the city here in the next 30 days or less for application, and that will start the process going. So several components with that. Financing always is, a challenge. Now, if anyone has a few $1 million that they have set aside, we could just jump past that financing issue. But if not, then we will be also working to fund it and finance it. So, any questions that I can answer? Just general questions about all of that, or time frame again. I'm hoping this next year, 2019, we'll be doing a lot of planning and designing. We may or may not, if everything goes right, we may be able to start construction at the end of the year. It might also be, sometime in the following year or early part of that year. So you just all want to see what we're going to do, don't you? Yeah. So it's going to be fun. Very excited about it. Also, the pool. If we do the pool, we would have kind of a locker room availability, so that way people can change, and you won't have to run back to your apartment in your bathing suit and things like that. So anyway, we're excited. We want to look forward to. We want your input on all the things we do.
Do you have the same architect as you had there?
Yes, we're working with LRS Architects. We will have a different architect specifically, but it's the same company. So they have a lot of the history. Obviously, they have all the designs and plans of that sort. We are looking at making some modifications to some of the units, and we've talked about that. I think Tanya has she knows kind of what people have been looking for, and so we're going to make sure that what we build in those types of units and sizes is going to fit kind of what the market, what everybody's been asking for. So, but yeah, Chuck the architect. So LRS Architects, they're out of Portland, and they have a whole division that just does senior living. So they really specialize in this area for services. So we're excited to work with them. All right. If there's nothing else, I will turn it over to Tanya. Thank you. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hello. So before I get started, I just wanted to say, just want to give a big high five to the facilities team. Hopefully you've noticed how beautiful your campus looks. They've done lots of extra lights this year, ribbons, bows, greenery, tree lighting. I hope we made it to that. That was really, really great too. So a lot of extra effort put into bringing the holidays to you. So thank your facilities team for that great job. That's great. recently, Peggy put together a really great DRV calendar, first time, and many of you participated with ordering those. Thank you very much. I think there are about just 3 people left who have not picked up their calendars. This is a friendly reminder. You have a calendar due at the front desk here in the lodge clubhouse, and $10 will pay your debt in full, and you'll have your calendar in time for the new year. What is it? Okay, you guys, you had me on the edge of my seat. I think David, is he here, got what is it finally just days before today's town hall meeting, so we thought we were going to have to throw out another hint, and we didn't. So this month we have for you this pretty little object. Good try, Dave. Those are not blueberries. So I noticed in here on a big screen when you get it really large, it's a little bit harder to see. So make sure you stop by Odyssey, which is finally working in the lobby. Amen. And or check it on your tablet or your computer at home. But it was season. Lastly, we want to always recognize our new residents that have moved in and give them an introduction. So if you are here today, when I say your name, if you please stand up and just give a little wave so your new neighbors can recognize you. We have Johnny and Rachel Reimer who joined us. Aw. I came to say hello, but you weren't there. I'll come by later. But welcome. This lovely couple's joining us from Dallas. And Johnny, I was looking at my notes, and did you know that it took exactly 9 months to the day from the day you joined the waiting list for us to get you here? As a blessing. He's super excited. So welcome to the 2 of you. We're very, very happy to have you here. For our wood shop folks, Johnny loves woodworking and has made some beautiful bowls. So I hope you'll reach out to him and maybe get him over there to whatever you guys do, sand some stuff, spin some wheels, whatever you call that. He'd appreciate it. And then we also have with us, moving in this month, Margaret Solomon. Let's see her here. Margaret has moved into the village. She's joining us all the way from Oklahoma. So her son lives here in Dallas. She's moved here to be closer to him. So we hope you'll reach out to her and make her feel welcome. Oklahoma's a long ways away, and she's got a really great accent, so she's fun to visit with. And I also wanted to take a moment. I know that last month our new residents couldn't all be here with us, but I saw them sitting in the audience. So Jan and Jay Heck, if you'll stand up just real quick and give a wave. Lovely couple joined us from Lincoln City with her cute little dog, who I love. So be sure to wave and say hello and welcome today. We're happy to have you here. I think that's it for me. Tammy's going to come up and she's going to list off our December birthday. Yes, ma'am. Are you going to tell us what year's last time? Yeah, it was posted on Odyssey, but I'd be happy to share. You guys are, if you don't know, you're going to pick yourself if that's possible. It is the mirror that is between the 2 restrooms right here on the first floor of the Lodge Clubhouse. That was a good one.
Yeah. Hi, I'm short. So we had a lot of birthdays in December, and we had a very special one I'm going to save for last. But I'm just going to read the names, and then at the end we can say happy birthday. Okay, so in December we had Clara Foster, Nancy Funk, Ramona Warren, Margot Wallace, Ellie Kendall, Bonnie Morin, Bob Fowler, Don Capistran, Bob Bartell, Roy Umphris, Jean Gaudio, Larry Gillette, David Young, Victor Suarez, Joyce Mack, and turning a lovely 104, we have our lovely Bernice Driscoll. Happy birthday, everyone, and please stay and enjoy our lovely social hour.
What's up? Good thing I